Yeah, we back again with another Talking Stock Tuesdays, man. It's your boy KC Too Real. I'm back again, man. I'm giving you the drop. I'm giving you the wine. I'm giving you everything you ever deserved in this stock market, man. Because it ain't enough of us in this stock market, man. That's just true. So let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this full screen for y'all. Let's get it. I only got a couple slides today, y'all. I know y'all know that the market has been down the last couple weeks. It's been consolidating, if you ask me. I don't think that the drop has been totally contributed to tariffs. If you was here last week, I gave a full breakdown of the timeline of how the tariffs would affect stocks. I mean, if you didn't listen to that, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I gave a full breakdown. Let me say that again. I gave a full breakdown on my YouTube last week. What was that, like the 7 days from now would have been like the 18th or something like that. I gave a full breakdown of the full timeline of how Trump's tariffs would affect your stocks historically backed. So this means I didn't just come up with this off my own volition. I looked up historical data to show you that how the stock market has moved in previous trade wars, which we are in. Don't let the government tell you just because, oh, it's just a few tariffs. It's not a trade war, nigga. This is what a trade war is. When you put tariffs on other countries and do a whole bunch of fuck shit in affect the trade wars, that's what happens. Now, what we're going to discuss today is that Trump has recently came out and said that the tariffs might be a little lighter than he originally planned. I don't know. Me personally. But I don't know if I want no president that makes a decision and it comes out and says, oh, well, you know, we might not be executing the decision to its full extent, but we'll do partial. That's wild as fuck to me. I'm not going to lie. But Trump has a plan to fix the economy. He's my president, whether I like it or not. I didn't vote for him, but he is my president as an American citizen. So what can I do? I can either petition for him to get impeached, or I can try to see what happens, right? So I'm on the try to see what happens side. If anything gets worse, I may join the other side of the impeachment side. But you know, well, that's what makes it fun, you know. And I'm joking, by the way. It's not what makes it fun, but you know, in this economy, you got to make a couple jokes. So, what has happened since Trump has crashed the stock market due to tariffs, right? So, he made a statement recently that he was going to not be as harsh on the tariffs as he originally planned. Now, did that lead to the market being an uproar? I don't know. Because traditionally, history matters, folks. History matters. What these DEI Republicans will tell you is that history doesn't matter. It was just all made up. But no, history matters, folks. So when we're focusing on the stock market in the business world, history matters. So guess what? History shows that February is traditionally a down month for stocks. And what does March show? March shows that the end of March Shout out Ian Dunlap from Earn Your Leisure. Yes, sir. But I got this information from him and I trust him. He said that record shows that hedge funds tend to usually dump money back into the market around the end of March. So where are we at? We're at the end of March, baby. So what does the title tell you? It says over 1.28 trillion was added back to the stock market. And that was in one day, by the way. So let's keep it going. Let's talk about it. If you didn't listen when I told you it was time to buy, goodbye. But anyways, let's go. All right. So what is the market's mood? S&P 500 bounced back to 577.665, up 0.16%. Just today, the 25th of March. This is all from today. Dow Jones barely moved, closing at 42,587, and the NASDAQ gained 0.5%. So what does that mean? Trump is easing up on tariffs. Companies are somewhat optimistic, but also it's not a full fix, right? Let's talk about it. Trump has not fully fixed things. He has not fully taken away tariffs. He just said he was going to ease up on them. What does that mean? That means whatever he deems as easing up is what it means. So he still has the full potential to either make or break this economy. That's what it means for Trump in this economy, right? So he hinted at easing up on tariffs, but it's not a guarantee. That's what you need to take away from this stock market going forward. If you were me, I personally, do your own research. But I personally am looking into buying ETFs that are a little bit safer in this market. I'm looking into buying a couple dividend stocks that can give me guaranteed income. And I'm looking into buying a couple growth stocks. Now let's talk about it. Okay, so these are my stock picks. These are not ChatGPT generated stock picks. All y'all investors out here giving these AI picks, these ain't that. This is from me personally doing time in the market, spending time in the market, and realizing what stocks are valuable and which ones ain't. Now, please do your own research. This is not financial advice. I have to give that disclaimer. But at the end of the day, I'm personally getting in these stocks. That's all you need to know, right? So Apple is one of them ones. Yes, it will face some increase in pressures from tariffs on China. But let's keep it above. Donald Trump is a businessman. The CEO of Apple isn't cool with Donald Trump. One of the reasons that Apple didn't get rid of their DEI programs is because of Trump. Now, keep in mind, the Apple CEO, Tim Cook, is an LGBTQ plus member. That's not saying that it has any effect on the stock, but when you're counting Donald Trump in the picture, it's hard to rule it out. You know, he just hates DEI, right? And I'm not saying that Tim Cook was a DEI hire. I respect Tim Cook. I respect Apple. I think you should listen to Ian Dunlap. I'm not going to say much more than that because I don't want no smoke, Apple. But I think you should listen to Ian because he seems like he has a good gauge on what's going on with your company right now, right? Okay. Other companies trust him. I think that should be one of them that trust him, right? Okay. Nvidia. I know it. Motherfuckers like, bro, you've been telling me to buy Nvidia for months since the stock split. It hasn't really moved. It maybe even been dropping a couple points. Nvidia is one of the most important companies in the United States. If you think I'm lying and you think you're smarter than me, go look it up. I won't argue with you any more than that. Go look it up. You don't want to buy Nvidia, fine. But guess what? I will. Okay. So, Nvidia, they just recently had a conference where he unveiled a lot of new technology and new chips that they're about to bring out. Nvidia is one of the most important companies you could ever buy. Why? It's because it provides the infrastructure for every company you love. Google, Microsoft, Apple, all of the Magnificent Seven has to get their infrastructure from Nvidia. Now, if they don't, they only have about a few options. They only have TSM or AMD or Intel. Intel is a very good sleeper. I know Ian Dunlap hates Intel, and I'm sorry, Ian Dunlap. If you see this, I love you. But, pause. But, at the same time, Intel has the opportunity. Ian Dunlap said himself that if you're the first in a sector, it's kind of like you cursed yourself because there's always a chance that another company that's less valuable than yours can come back and steal that market share, right? When you start slipping, Intel can say, I've studied all the things that they've dropped so far. I know how to beat them. Now, not saying that will happen with AMD or Intel for Nvidia, but all I'm saying is that's something to pay attention to, right? Because they have lower price points, right? So let's get into it. AppLovin. I love this stock. I see why it's called AppLovin because I love it, right? I watched AppLovin during this recent market crash. I've watched AppLovin go from $283 to $349 in a matter of days, not weeks, days. AppLovin just so happens to be one of the ones. And if you're wondering what AppLovin is as a company, there are a company that offers apps, people that create apps digitally, solutions to be able to better manage their app. So say somebody creates an app, he's a computer programmer, he created a nice app that everybody loves. AppLovin comes in and gives them pressure on choosing solutions to make your app run better, right? So that's what AppLovin is. Very important because the whole world is turning into apps, right? So your phone is probably more important than your life at this point. I didn't say it. The world did, right? So don't get mad at me. Okay, so Netflix. We really gonna act like Netflix wasn't a caller? Did I not call it. Everybody that's watching this right now that's been in the chat from the beginning, when Mike Tyson and Jake Paul had their fight on Netflix, did I not call it? When I said Netflix is moving into live sports events, it's going to keep growing. If you didn't listen, I don't know what to tell you. Netflix is currently at $997. When I first talked about it, I think it was at $600, between $400 to $600. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but it was in that range between $400 and $600. Netflix has gained 2.5% just today. Netflix is doing damage. I told you on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram at KC2Real, I said you have to love Netflix under $900. It had dropped down to about $840 or $860. I said at that moment, I said you have to love Netflix at this price. Before I even heard all the deals it was planning to make and all that, I said this stock is one of them winners. If you had Netflix under that price of $900, you're up right now, right? God bless you. Okay, let's talk about it. ETFs, QQQ and VOO. Both of these stocks. QQQ is at $493, reflecting tech sector strength after this long pullback that I know y'all seen, right? That's why I always tell y'all, stay locked in, because this is the time to lock in. Okay. It's bad to buy when the stocks are high. It's great to buy when the stocks are low. So a lot of times when the market goes down and a lot of people be scared to buy, when the market is up, that's not the time to buy. The time to buy is when the fear's on and the market is low. That's what the big money people in the big money banks do. You don't have to take it from KC. Look it up. Look it up. All right. So anyways, QQQ is at $493.45. VOO is at $530.65. Mirroring all overall market trends. It's beautiful. I love it. I love to see the market up. Right? Okay. Palantir. So let's talk about Palantir. Personally, I bought Palantir at $83.43. The current price is at $96.01 that it closed on today, right? I took profits. I closed at $95 because that was my price target. I closed around $95.81. I closed at that price because I had bought in, like I said, at $83.43. I ran my little swing trade up and I bought out. Don't get emotionally attached to these stocks. These stocks are not your friends. They're your ways to make money. They're not your best friends. You don't owe these companies anything, and these companies don't owe you anything. So please don't feel like, oh, well, I wanted to hold this stock for forever and see if it just keep growing up. It will never keep doing that. Create a trading plan using AI. Use AI. Yes, I'm saying it. Use AI to create a trading plan, which will help you build your finances over time. If you were here last week, I made a whole slide dedicated to utilizing AI to help your trading plan. So I'm not going to go through it this week. You go back last week on my YouTube and you fucking watch it. You bitch. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with y'all. I love y'all. But seriously, though, go watch that shit. It's very important information. Fuck, nigga. All right. But anyways, I hope YouTube doesn't take my video down for me saying that. But anyways, McDonald's. McDonald's. And keep in mind, this stock pick, like I said in the beginning, this is not an AI-generated stock pick. A lot of these business consultants or whatever you want to call them, stock consultants, these motherfuckers be giving you straight AI picks. This is what I personally know is going to make you money from spending time in the market myself. This is not from AI. This is not from some AI generated program. This is what I personally know, watching the market myself, is going to possibly make you money. And I have to say possibly because for legal reasons, I have to say that you have to do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Please either do your own research or consult your own financial advisor about any of these stocks that you see. And I have to say that for legal reasons, right? McDonald's pay good dividends. That's why I'm in it. I'm personally in McDonald's because it pays good dividends. All right. Now, do I have a full share of McDonald's? No. I have about a $75 share of McDonald's out of $306.79. And I bought in about $305. So that the fact that it's at $306.79, I'm already up a little bit. Do with that information what you will. Okay, so let's get into it. Tariffs. I know the stock market hates to hear that mother. Hey! Tariff developments and market impact. So, there's actually some good news involving tariffs this time. Can you believe it, investors? There's some real good news coming from Trump. For once, President Trump signaled possible exemptions for certain tariffs, easing investor confidence. This softer stance contributed to rallies in major stocks like Nvidia and Tesla. Now, out of all the stocks that I named in that last slide, Tesla is one of them ones to watch. Tesla is currently at about, hold on, let me see. Can y'all still, I don't know if y'all can still see this. I'm gonna open this stock account. Let's see if y'all can still see this. I really don't know if y'all can see this or not. I know it says, oh no, it says your screen sharing is paused. Okay. Let's stop the share for a second. Okay. Sorry, you all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just fucked the whole presentation up doing this shit. All right, let me just get back to the presentation. I don't want to take too long doing this because I don't know how long it'll take for that to pull up. Okay, let's just jump back right in. I don't know what's gonna happen with y'all trying to see that part that I tucked out. I'll make that part after I make this video. Anyways, it helped Nvidia and Tesla. NASDAQ recent surge is partly due to the tech stocks responding positively to tariff news. Now, what am I telling you as a seasoned investor, right? is somebody with a business degree or something like that, right? I don't want y'all niggas to be like, oh, this nigga got a business degree. He think he better than me. No, I don't. But at the end of the day, I think I know a little bit what I'm talking about, right? So I gave y'all last week the timeline. I gave you a full timeline based on historical data that will tell you the exact timeline that previous trade wars have had on the stock market. So you niggas that be acting like I don't be telling y'all no secret top information that you couldn't have found nowhere else. I have yet to see any nigga, even the niggas I watch for my information, to tell you the exact timeline based on historical data of how trade wars work in the stock market. This trade war has not ended. I want to make that clear to you motherfuckers that be like, oh, he didn't say that, he didn't say this, he didn't say that, he must not know what the fuck you talking about. Nigga, the trade war has not ended until Trump officially announces that every tariff he casted on these countries has been lifted. These tariffs are still in full effect. Just because the last slide said he eased up on the tariffs, do not mean he's not charging tariffs. That just means he's charging better tariffs than you thought he was going to charge. Don't be an idiot. Please, lock in. Okay, so let's talk about the next slide. I wanted to make that clear, though, because I know you niggas going to be like, oh, he said, oh, the tariffs ain't as bad no more, so we can buy back. No, I said the timeline. Watch the last episode. You motherfuckers always be trying to get this half-ass shit. Watch the last episode. Dumbass. And I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call y'all dumb. But it's some of y'all that be acting dumb. Dumbass. You fucking goofy. Anyways, Ripple. They finally beat their lawsuit. As you can see in this picture, it says win again, and win some fucking more. Because that's how this lawsuit has been going for Ripple. They won a little bit more. Now they fully won. Yes, sir. So SEC lawsuit has been dropped as of March 19th. They agreed to a $50 million reduced fine on crypto for XRP, right? This concludes a 4-year legal battle over alleged unregistered security sales. Cap! They try to hold them niggas. XRP's price surged by 13%, reaching nearly 256 following the news, right? Keep in mind, this does not mean that XRP is going to have the same run as Bitcoin. If you want maximum crypto exposure, buy Bitcoin, not XRP. XRP might hit $10 a share minimum. Minimum. $10 a share. So please don't think that XRP is one of them ones. I'm not going to say it's not, but it got to prove more to me before I buy it. But anyways, Intel. I know Ian Dunlop hates Intel. I'm so sorry, gang. I know Intel probably did you wrong in the past. Ooh. A lot of niggas that I realize be having a lot of like personal seeming beefs with stocks. That means they probably lost a lot of money in that stock, right? I'm not saying that Ian Dunlop has or Ernie Leisure. I love y'all guys. Please don't treat me like I'm one of them hating ass niggas that be watching our profiles. I'm not one of them guys. I do not hate on y'all. I love y'all. But anyways, Intel's leadership changed and future outlook, right? So Intel has a new CEO. They fired their last CEO, and it's steering towards a turnaround, right? So the new CEO is named Lip Bhutan, appointed as Intel CEO on March 18, 2025. So that's not even that long ago. That's only about maybe almost 10 days ago. That's about 12 days ago, I think. Succeeding Pat Genslinger. Tan brings extensive experience from Cadence Design Systems and Semiconductor Investments. So he's very, very familiar with the semiconductor field. He's very, very experienced with the Cadence Design Systems. So what is his strategic initiative? It's operational reconstructing. Plans to streamline operations and revamp Intel's contract manufacturing business, right? So their big game is to use Nvidia as a starting point, and they're going to try to beat Nvidia at their own game. Very big feat, I will add. But Intel is one of them companies that's purebred been American company. I don't know the same about Nvidia. Nvidia maybe started in Taiwan, I don't know. But what I'm saying is Nvidia is one of those companies where you look at it and you say, is it too big? Is it too expensive? Maybe. Now, I'm not saying buy AMD, and I'm not saying buy Intel. But all I'm saying is, if Nvidia ever takes a slump in the market, it's going to be replaced. Oh, what the fuck? I hope that didn't stop me just now. But what I was saying is, if Nvidia ever takes a slump in the market and it's not in place by AMD, Intel. I know AMD, I know Ian Dunlap hates Intel, but we gonna see. We gonna see. Nigga, we only what Drake said. All right, bet we gonna see. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the page, like the video, man. That really helps our channel to be able to keep creating these type of videos, man. Please, 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 please subscribe and like to the video, man. And join the Discord, man. The Discord link will be in the description. So anytime you ever want to get in the Discord, man, get all these prices it takes before I drop them on YouTube. They will be on the channel on Discord. I love y'all, man. Peace.